Good morning. We are at, make sure we turn this on. Alrighty then. Let's go out this way. We are at Cliff Mine Trailhead. There's a Lexus like mine, a white one there. Some kind of wheels and everything. Nice. Today is Tuesday. Gotta check it. May 5th, 2026. So let's check out some of these signs. There's a gap trail, Great Allegheny Passage. It's nice to see that all in one piece like that. I'm looking it up online. It's kind of hard to follow with on the online map for the gap trail. I'm going to be checking that out this year. There's a couple of signs. Those are like repeated. Those two are exactly the same. The ones that are down at PRT Station, Library, PA. All right, here's this. Mileage indicators. Cliff Mine Road, mile 5.9. McLaren Road 1.7. We're not going all the way up to McLaren Road. We're going to go, hopefully, I say, don't want to predict it, but hopefully we're going to go to the tunnel and through the tunnel. McLaren's a little further than that, obviously. We'll see how it goes. My muscles are sore as hell today. Yesterday was a long one, and I was already sore. And I walked. I was about 4 miles yesterday. And then I was up. Not up, but I mean, I was messing around with that. Dealing with editing the video. And sitting there on a chair doing that. And holding the laptop, you know. And my leg was getting real sore just doing that. What's all this crap on the trail here? And I don't think that's right that they did that. People put that truth. What the hell is this shit? So I could see that people put graffiti down, then probably the Montour Trail Council painted over it, and these people put something on top of the paint. They tagged that all over the signs and everything. The poles over there. Dixon Mine. Huh. That's one of those old rail marker things. One of those old rail mile marker things without anything written on it. Mile post, I mean. This is a nice section right here. Like this part right here. Hi. Get a picture of this. I mean, alternate video. Okay, here we go. That's really cool to see. That's the old rail line. The old rail line. Alrighty then. Here we are. There's Cliff Mine trailheads up there. Okay. First selfie of the day. And now I got this all messed up. Let's get it back. Alright, let's get moving. So the thing that really irritated me last night was that video was so long. You know, there's like different segments of it that on the body cam it divides it into a couple segments. Alright, they were really long pieces. Then I had like, I don't know, man, there must have been about 50 clips that I took on my iPhone that I had to edit in, copy paste in into the main video. There's mile marker 6. So I'm doing that and I get it all done with it. Generated the final product with everything all combined together. And it was like 2 hours long. About 18.5 gigs. This is really pretty right here. Here we go again. Here we go again. Can't help myself. That's really nice to see though. There's that little stagnant pool right there. Kind of gets stuck in the corner. The water flow. It's weird how there's like backflow and everything. It's coming down real forcefully. And it gets kind of hung up in this curve here. But this is really great to see these curves in the Montour run. Anyway, I was trying to deal with that file. And that was not syncing to the final thing wasn't syncing up to iCloud. It was just too damn big. And it was taking forever and ever and ever. And I don't really need it to be synced to iCloud, but so here's the thing. I don't need it to be synced there because that's too big. I can put that on a flash drive or whatever. And I already uploaded it to YouTube, so it's not a big deal. But here's the thing. While you're syncing that huge file up to there, nothing else can be synced back down, like from iCloud. So if you have, like I'm going to have a bunch of videos today, or if I just sat there and took a picture of something yesterday, while that other thing was trying to sync up to iCloud, upload, the other things can't, they're synced up from other devices, but they can't sync back down, you can't, download back down. Yeah, download back down. Download back to the computer. So that one thing is stuck there. It freezes up the whole works. So you can't really get anything accomplished if you're requiring that, relying on that to be your way of back and forth to iCloud. Something is hung up. So that screws up everything. You know, this iCloud is really a pain in the ass. Apple iCloud. It's great, but there's so many nuances to it. So then you're stuck. So I'm like, well, okay, let me see if I can stop that syncing, because I want to do other things, man. I don't want to be stuck with that one thing hanging up the whole works. Hey, look at that down there. Is that a dead animal? I think that's a dead animal right there. Not that I should be putting that on video, but... So what? Right there. Ooh, what am I gonna do? So there's Cliff Mine Road that we just crossed. And we're heading up towards the inload tunnel. So I'm sitting there thinking of all these different ways. All right, so you could try to copy that file. Just, you know, copy that file over to a hard disk. Save it for later to deal with syncing or whatever. Or I thought of an idea like, well, why don't I put it on a flash drive? So I did that, and I tried to copy that over to iCloud, like on the iPad. I'm like, that's just going to be the same damn thing. It's going to get stuck. So I tried a bunch of different things. Ended up, I think I had like 3 of those files trying to sync at the same time, and they're like huge, 18.5 gigs. I basically gave up. I said, and this morning I checked, everything was still the same way. I said, you know what, this is going to suck for any future work on videos for a while, at least. So I basically said, forget this. Stop syncing your Mac, your laptop to iCloud, the photos. Just stop doing that. Delete them all from your Mac. Everything's still up in iCloud. Get a fresh slate. Delete everything, including the ones that were hung up. Get rid of all that crap and start over. So you got fresh slate. Then you download everything again from iCloud from scratch, like for your whole library. And it can't do it all because it's too big, so it goes to that optimized storage and all that. It's okay, get it back to the way it was before I started syncing that big one. And then don't try to resync that big one. Just leave it out of iCloud. That's what I did. I spent my time this morning monkeying around with that. See, the thing is, I started a process about a little over a year ago. I wanted to get all the large photo files, videos that is, off of iCloud, and just put them on a hard drive, an external hard drive. So I did that. But I try to keep it all nice and orderly and cataloged by dates and stuff. And it's kind of takes a long time. So I kind of stopped doing it last year. I'm like, I'm getting tired of doing this. I don't need to do it. I got plenty of storage on iCloud. I'm paying for it. So I kind of left it alone. So I ended up having like a year's worth of these large videos in my photos. It don't need to be there, really. They're already uploaded to YouTube. So, but in my personal space, they're not necessary to keep. Hi. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back to getting rid of those files from my computer, from iCloud. Just put them on that hard drive, external hard drive. Hi. Montour Run Watershed. Stream bank stabilization project. Carbonated rock lining sections of bank. Montour Run 2001. Interesting. This Montour Run, man, it just curves all over the place. See that down there? It's like an S curve again. Anyway, I have a lot of trouble with this iCloud. It's too damn slow. You want to force it to sync stuff. It's like if you copied a file from that, photos over to a hard drive, it takes like 2 seconds, or maybe 10 seconds, but. Then when you want to copy it you want it to sync to iCloud, it's taking forever on its own, and you can't do anything about it. You're trying to force it. You're like, why can't it just copy that file like it did anywhere else that you're copying a file? But it's in the Apple world. Well, this is really pretty over here. I'm going to go over here for a second. This is nice. Okay, enough of that. Boy, my leg. The muscles up near my hip are bothering me again. It's a pretty nice section right here. Man, this is going to be another one of those videos that takes forever to edit. Whenever I stop and take a break, I put some weight on that leg. And when I start walking again, it hurts again. So I don't know what's going on with that, but just want it to go away. There's Cliff Mine Road up on the top of that hill over there. There's an old shack right over there. So when you're editing those videos, a large amount of the time is related to the syncing with iCloud, because you're getting it off your body cam, and I couldn't find a way to just automatically get that copied over to the PC, the laptop, because the app that they have for that, this DJI app, doesn't work on the computer. It only works on mobile devices. So it works on an iPad or an iPhone. so anyway, I basically get it copied over, synced over to the iPad first. Then it's sitting there on the iPad and it's not anywhere else because the files are too big and it's trying to sync to iCloud. Eventually that syncs to iCloud.
Hi. You see the red flag.
So it's really ridiculous the way it's set up, because you go from your iPad, sync it to iCloud. It takes a while. Then you go on your computer. So then you go onto your computer and you're basically downloading it from iCloud, which that part doesn't take too long. That's just a quick thing. Then begins the fun process of editing all this crap together, because now you've got your long clips on the body cam and all these short clips on the iPhone. They're all synced now to iCloud, but you didn't do any work yet. Then you start monkeying around with iMovie on your computer there, and iMovie has its own little nuances, certain things that can't be done easily. Anyway, eventually you get that all stuck together. All the little clips are edited together into the other monster clip. Get this gigantic final product file, which is the final video that you want. Now then you got to upload it to YouTube, which takes a while. But then it automatically is going to sync to your iCloud, and that's taking forever. And that process, like I said earlier, derails everything else you try to do with iCloud from that point on. Until that gets synced, everything else is stuck. So you got here today and take all these pictures and videos and everything, and you can't sync them because the other thing's still trying to sync. First come, first serve, and it doesn't allow the little stuff to go in front of it. I like that. Oops. There's one of those girders I like. Yeah.
So I only have like...
There's a lot of people here today. This is a busy place because there's all kind of businesses, companies along the down there near where Cliff Mine comes out on Montour Run there. That's real hectic down there. Everybody's leaving their office. This is like 12:20, so it's like lunchtime. Everybody's out doing this, walking and biking.
So I've been slowly
I didn't run you.
Hi. Yeah, too many freaking people here today. Now this here has been made wider by them cutting down all this stuff. And it kind of looks like the Panhandle Trail. Hi. How far am I going? About a mile. It's probably about another half a mile to get to the tunnel. I don't even really feel like doing this. I'm so tired. Every time I stop, that's when my leg hurts when I start walking again. This is nice over here. Well, I can see the tunnel. You can see the lights in the tunnel. You can look straight through the tunnel from here. There's the tunnel, straight through the tunnel. You can see all the way through. Let's look over here.
Maximum, I think it's like 97 or something, is what it used to be. Now the minimum.
Oh, you can get a minimum of 20.
Oh man. Way too many people. Plus my leg's killing me. I think I might stop right here and go back. So I really don't feel like doing this. So I've gone a mile, a little over a mile. The inlet tunnel's up there. I know what that looks like. I've been there plenty of times. I'm heading back. Hi.
In like December.
It'd be so much easier if I could get those files from the computer, from the if I can get them from this DJI Mini, this DJI Action Cam body cam thing over to the computer immediately, like instantly first, and then deal with the iCloud stuff later. But I'm kind of going from step to step, up and down, you know, up to iCloud, down to iCloud. It's like, man, these files are too damn big. Also, I'm the type of person that likes to make sure you got plenty of backups of everything. So,
One of my worst fears is like accidentally become famous.
I wasn't even sure I wanted to come out on a trail today, but we're going to have a down turn in the weather again. Tomorrow's going to be, well, it depends which channel you watch. If it's either what's they call it, an impact day on channel 4, or a first alert weather day on channel 2. Either way, it's not a good day. It's going to be storms, and then get colder. And then the rest of the week's going to start getting colder. Eventually might heat up next week. I don't know. This really stinks. So it's like we got to grab these days. I grabbed yesterday and today now. But my muscles are still sore. Not really ready for this today. There's these girders I love. Yeah, these are good girders, man. They're not as tall as the ones in Imperial or the one down at Brownsville Road, but they're pretty nice still. Now finally, it cleared out of all the people. This is what happens. See, that happens to me every time because I come at the wrong time. I come at lunchtime usually, and everybody's out. And then now it's like 12:30, I think, and it's thinned out a little bit. So I'm going to have to go through all these videos in my photos set up there on the Apple computer and get rid of them. Basically, just export them out, save them on a external hard drive, and delete them from iCloud. Because that, keeping them there, ends up using a lot of system data, behind the scenes junk. It's clogging up my computer. Once you get rid of them from iCloud, even on the computer, it alleviates some of the space. It's crazy how it works. Look at that beautiful bird right there. Can I get it on video? As soon as I got ready, it flew away. Damn. It's always what happens. Hi. a nice section right here. Alright, I'm gonna stop doing that because I don't really want to edit this too much more than I have to. Basically, I came here because I knew I wanted to do a kind of a short walk today. I didn't want to repeat any of the places that I've been so far this year. So I haven't been on this section this year until today. I didn't want, and I could have gone down to Coraopolis, done that short section on the Corey branch, for example, or could have gone back to Imperial. But I've done all those sections this year, so try not to repeat them. Damn, I felt like there was someone following me. Get that spooky feeling that someone's behind you. See, this is like, just like anywhere else on the Montour Trail. See, down in the valley, there's that sewer line, sewer drains. There's the same thing up here all the way along because this gets flooded out. Like on the other side, down towards, it would be between Old Beaver Grade Road and Haslam, there was that construction they were doing over there to redo some of the drainage. You know, when I did that a couple times before. Kind of like got everything off of my computer that was on iCloud. Just start with a clean slate and then download again, you know, from scratch, just to make sure that they were all on my computer. And obviously it tells you right away, well, you have too much. You don't have enough storage on your computer. It will optimize the storage, and it will store low resolution compatible files on your computer. Everything is still intact on iCloud, but then when you go into one of those files after you've done that download process, you want to go in and look at one of those files, it ends up sort of downloading it a little more, let's say, into full resolution, full capability. So you've only got like partial stuff on your computer anyway. The world is in iCloud. There's one of those cool fences. Yeah, that same thing is like when I was working. we had Windows systems at work, and they came up with that OneDrive, and it's the same concept as this iCloud business where files are synced up to there. And I mean, basically, I'm not going to repeat that. It's the same concept. So when you try to do something gets hung up, and then it hangs up the whole process. So little files are waiting and waiting because the larger one's still syncing, and you can't speed it up. You know, last night when I was doing that, I was trying to delete. After I did it, and I saw that it was taking forever, I said, well, let me just delete it, because I saved it on the hard drive. And it wouldn't delete it. Like, it was still trying to sync something. The remnants of the syncing is still in there. Can't get rid of it. Try it again, get another one. Try it again, you get another one. You end up like something that it would never be able to finish. Think about what's going on with YouTube or Facebook or whatever. You got these humongous files are up there. How much it costs them to store all that crap. Yeah, like 30 years ago, we were doing this stuff at work, and disk space was really expensive. You would never be able to do what we're doing here. You'd have to pay through the nose for a small amount of storage. Now all we do is keep building larger data centers around the world. Everybody's storing all their stuff on the cloud. It's really windy today. Somebody coming? Oh yeah, bike. That bike looks similar to mine. Low riding like that. Another option I tried one time, didn't work out. I'm going to try it again, but here's the thing. I was producing the video on the final product after editing everything together, right? And there's these long clips of me walking like this where nothing's going on. So I said, well, these are ridiculously long, so I'm going to shorten them down by speeding it up. So there's segments are regular speed, and there's long segments like this that are like, say, like double speed. That way it'll reduce the total size. So I got that final clip ready, final movie thing ready, and I tried to upload that to YouTube, and it was having all kind of trouble. I'm like, well, is it just some glitch with YouTube right now, or is it because I have all these clips together with different speeds? Is that messing it up when it tries to upload that? Because YouTube's going through some checks, trying to check everything for copyrights and all this other horse shit. So it didn't want to do it. It was taking forever to upload that to YouTube. So it's like stuck, so I just got rid of that. I never went back to try that again. Was it windy? Yeah, here's another section where this is nice, but this reminds me of the Panhandle Trail again, because first of all, this is paved right here, and then there's this big wide open section before the tree line hits. So this is on purpose, like right here, just because there's a trailhead coming up, and I wanted to make this look nice and different. But again, this is remind me of the Panhandle Trail. There's this engineering company over here. They got this dinosaur, metal dinosaur. See, when I stopped just for that second and I pivoted on my hip there, I get a pain. Man, I hope it ain't nothing like I have to get some hip surgery or something. That would suck. So every little move I make, like at home, for example, doing anything, you're like, wait a minute, don't step on that foot. Don't hold, you're holding your weight on one foot for whatever you're doing. Like you're pivoting, whatever you're doing, your normal daily stuff. You got to remember, oh wait, don't do that. Use the other leg, the other foot, and the other leg. I'm just hoping that this works out as I keep working out all year, all summer, that it, gets back to normal once my body gets used to it. Then it'll be the same thing again over the winter. I'm glad I didn't go that much further. So I did 1 mile one direction, total of 2. That's good enough. Yesterday I did a total of 4. So combine those, that's a total of 6 in 2 days. The average is 3 per day. That's exactly what I usually do. Average of 3. Hi. So I don't know what the hell this shit is, but people are defacing this, putting all these painted signs of truth And they did it on the pole back there, one of the power lines. And then people, Montour Trail Council paints over it. And they do it again. They put it on top of that. It's sickening. Somebody's always got to screw things up. Huh, check out that bench over there. Interesting, that bench is sitting over there by itself on the other side of the water. See, because there was a trailhead that's not available anymore. It's like up there, I think, right up there. There's a little field over there. I'm not sure how. I don't think you can get over there anymore. Anyway, whatever. Alright, so here we are back at the sign. McLaren Road 1.7. We didn't go. We went 1 mile. Alright, let's end this. My car is still over there, that's good. Could cut through there. I'll cut through here. Let's cut through this. Alright, so here we are, back at the vehicle. Cliff Mine Road trailhead. Took the end spot, yeah. So we're going to end this video signing off. Today is Tuesday, May 5th, 2026. Let's get in this. Let's keep the thing running while I'm getting in. We're in the vehicle. We're in the vehicle. And my body cam's still running. And we're going to do a little experiment. Okay, here we go. Turn that up. Hi, Lexus. Tell me a joke.
I made a pencil with 2 erasers. It was pointless.
That's funny, but stupid. All right, signing off now. Bye-bye.